said big spider too.
It's not big, but it's big-ish.
Ooh. See?
What? What am I doing?
Kill it!
Kill what?
What do you mean?
Why won't you guys kill it?
Because you have the paper towel.
You guys. Grant, get over and kill
No, you do it. I'm not touching it. Don't smush it and spread it all around my mic thingy. Get rid of it.
Everybody now.
Anyways, welcome back to the Sports
None of that was
Hey,
on tempo.
everybody, welcome. Welcome back. It's good to be
We
back.
are back from a little bit of a break. Sorry, I was in Sweden.
Luke.
My bad. Work trip. Anyways, a lot of stuff
Welcome
happened.
back.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of nice having you back, I guess.
I guess.
It's okay to be back, I guess. Anyways, so Sweden was fun. It was good. I'm happy to be back. Happy to be recording this podcast with you guys.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. The one bad thing is I missed all of March
You
Madness.
did, bro.
That sucked.
Yeah, which is a bummer because
For you to not see it, I mean. March Madness was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was great. I had Florida winning it all, and they did. So good, Florida.
Wow.
My wife, actually, speaking of our bracket, first off, I just want to congratulate Jared.
Jared.
Yes.
Our winner of the Sports F.A.M March Madness bracket.
Way to go, Jared. Way to go.
Hey, hey, way to go, Jared. Way to go.
Way to go, Jared.
No, we're done.
All right,
No,
that's all.
okay.
Anyways, Jared will be our guest. I think that'll.
Jared.
Yeah! Yeah!
Woo! Anyway, Jared will be our.
R2D2.
Sorry.
R.I.P. to our listeners here. So sorry about that.
Yeah.
Go.
Anyways, Jared will be our guest on the next episode, I
Yes.
think.
That's the plan.
So we are very excited for that. It'll be good to have Jared on. Jared's a good friend of ours.
Yes.
So it'll be fun. We're happy to have him. Congratulations to him on
Yeah,
winning.
man. That's
Dude,
great.
his bracket was kind of insane.
It was.
I think he had
was-
like 97%
It was
correct.
nuts. I would look it up if we weren't using my phone to record this.
What?
But his stats are
Yeah, Jared killed it.
great
Way
job,
to go.
man.
You deserve
Great
to
job.
be on
Very,
the show.
very proud
Yes.
of you.
Because we don't deserve to be on the show.
What?
And that's it. No, that's the
What
cutoff.
are you saying?
Because we don't deserve to be on the show.
Great.
And
What do you mean?
Yes. Keep going.
Anyways, I also want to shout out my wife, who got third.
Emily.
Yeah, Emily
Yeah.
got third in the bracket challenge.
Yeah, very good.
Which would have been fun if I actually really wanted her to win because it would have been fun for her to have. But
can-
I think she'll be on.
I was going to say, I mean,
Eventually.
she's family. We can still have her on the
we
show.
might be able to have her on at some point.
I
Yeah.
would think so.
Shout out to Green Eating Jelly Beans. Also,
Yes.
Happy Easter. We're
Happy
recording this on
Easter,
Easter.
everyone.
Everybody, yeah.
So happy Easter,
Man,
everybody.
so good. So many good things going on right now.
Yeah, I
man.
know. It's a good day.
It's just a good day.
What a good day.
yes.
day. So hope you guys, well, I guess the time we're recording this, are having a good time with your families or had a great Easter.
Yes, because they'll be watching this probably after Easter.
That'd be very awkward if
Have
one
to
of
go
us
back in time.
Whoa.
It'd be awkward if one of us said, "I didn't have a great Easter" when we all were doing the exact same thing together.
Dude,
for
my
Easter.
family is
Hey.
weird.
Yeah.
I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah, bro.
Cool.
Yeah, no, great Easter, celebrating Jesus and
Yep.
his resurrection.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Amen.
Great morning with the church fam.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great.
It's cool.
Quick question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about Easter not related to Christ's resurrection?
Oof.
Like favorite aspect of it?
Yeah. Like what about Easter? Like what's your favorite thing about Easter? When you think Easter, you're like, "Oh, I'm excited for this."
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is just being together as a family.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, you would think that because we live relatively close to one another, we get together that often, but we really don't all
Like
together.
once a week or every other week or so.
It's not once a week.
I try to make it
Once.
Well, I try
less
and-
than once a week.
I am
less than
not-
once-
I try to
I'm
make it
not,
as less
you know,
as possible.
Yeah.
I'm not married, so I can just come over whenever I want.
Yeah.
I
See
probably
Tebow.
could come over whenever I wanted to, but I don't want to, so that's the problem.
I just come over here for Tebow.
Yeah, for our dog.
I love
To
'em.
answer your question,
Shout out to Tebow.
yeah, I would say that's the first thing that came to my mind. Just being together, and we do miss our daughter Aislinn, who's not with us because she's in Florida college, and we miss
Yes, she is
Emily,
in Florida,
who's working today,
alive and well.
So
I'm
yeah,
glad
she
you
is.
didn't just pause for too long after because she is not with us, because that would have been really
I know.
awkward.
No,
Missing-
yeah. Anyway,
Missing my wife as well. She unfortunately works today.
Sad.
I know. So yeah.
So-
Anyway, there you go.
It's funny. It's like she works at a Mercy Health. You would think that they'd get her off for Easter.
I know, bro. What's
But-
up?
Anyways,
Anyway, okay.
Grant, what's yours?
I mean, I agree with Dad. I like just being able to hang out together. It's kind of cool. I weirdly like. This is something I never would have said growing up, but like I kind of like the excuse to kind of get a little dressed up somewhat.
Yeah, I
Not
go
like
with
crazy,
that.
not crazy,
Yeah, I
but
can
just
go with
like
that.
it's like a cool excuse to put on a nice shirt and
It's the only time really, other than a funeral or a wedding, where I wear a sport coat.
yeah.
I've seen you wear a sport coat so many times.
What?
But I've seen you at so many weddings. That's why
That's why.
seen you
I
so
don't.
many
I don't wear a
weddings.
sport coat to Easter.
Oh yeah, I
but
saw you at my wedding.
yeah.
So it's
I like to
probably
wear like some pastel colors,
Interesting.
some lighter shades.
Isn't that the name of Tangled? Windsor?
That's
Oh, it's
Pascal.
Pascal.
I think. I think.
Keep going.
Anyways,
Oh, my
my favorite
word.
thing is
No one
yeah,
asked.
Okay. Just being with family is always good. I always look forward to our Easter lunches. I think those are always.
Mom crushed a lunch
She does
today.
crush.
Shout out to
lunch.
Mom. Good Easter lunch.
Good job,
Great
Mom.
Easter lunch. We had ham,
Amazing cook.
Mashed
potatoes, sweet potato casserole with marshmallows, rolls,
green beans,
Man.
the works.
just
It
goodness,
was great.
So good.
joy, peace,
And the punch that Kate made.
oh, Kate killed the punch.
Bro,
yeah.
so good.
It's great, fantastic.
Yeah. So if we fall asleep
Yeah, I
during this
know.
podcast, it's because of all the food we had.
Kind of like food coma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great.
Okay. Let's go.
Anyway,
Let's do it. We got an
so
episode.
real quick, I just wanted to touch on my time in Sweden because I did a lot of cool things. I was there for 3.5 weeks, 24 days
Wow.
to be exact.
wow,
And I actually got to experience some Swedish sports.
Do tell, Luke. Do tell.
So the first one was actually called floorball.
Floorball. Okay. Help us
And
visualize floorball.
It is like hockey, but without the ice. And instead of a puck, it's a wiffle ball.
Ooh.
And you would think that's like, it's not that cool. It's like whatever. But it was actually pretty awesome. It's pretty fast paced.
Okay.
There's a lot of goals. And it's like a professional sport. So it wasn't just like we went, like it was an arena. Like an arena we went to was a playoff game actually. So everyone was really into it. Like the atmosphere was really cool. And it was really fun. Like I had a really good time. Like if I go back I know I'm going back eventually. And I would love to go again because it was really cool.
Wow.
It was fun. So that was very different, a different sport. We definitely do not have that in
Is it-
the U.S., but
It reminds me of, remember like in gym class, maybe
yep, exactly.
of like floor
100%.
hockey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
So that's what.
Do they use like hockey sticks?
They're not hockey stick. They're different, but they would be like the hockey
Crowbars.
sticks, donkeys.
the
So
live donkeys.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Slam a donkey against the wiffle ball. It was like
Yes.
anyways, it was cool. It was fun.
pequeño, no, just the donkey.
That makes no sense.
Pequeño is like small, right? Small the donkey.
We're in Sweden.
I know, but it's still fun. I imagine that all donkeys
Oh.
are Spanish.
I know, but we're in Sweden.
Burros.
I don't care.
All right,
It's a-
go.
Anyway,
it's a
speaking of-
Mexican donkey.
The donkey-
Shut up,
the-
it's-
The donkey of Sweden is the moose, and I actually went to a moose safari, and got to see some moose. We drove around, got to feed the moose.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, it was actually really cool.
Like hand feed them?
Yeah, we gave them like sticks and stuff.
Aren't they like huge? Aren't
they're
meese,
massive.
Meese,
Meese.
Moose
moosin,
eyes.
many much moosin.
Yeah.
Aren't they just pretty big?
They are pretty big.
Pretty insanely big.
Yeah, so it was really cool.
And not
And
like deer
wow.
sized.
yeah, it was awesome.
I didn't know you got to do that. It's pretty sweet.
Pretty
Yeah,
sick, bro.
So
So floorball was one, feeding moose.
yeah, and
Is
then
that a
we went
safari?
to a
Feeding moose is a sport.
It is a sport. The way I do it. I don't know
Curry!
what
They're
that means.
just shooting
Just dunk on the moose.
in their mouths, just like, just shove the food into their mouth.
Yeah. James with the block as I just block somebody from feeding the moose.
Slap the food out of their hands.
Yeah, slap the moose. No.
What? Oh, that's a bad idea.
Anyways, Dad's looking at me with disappointment in his eyes, which isn't new for me, I guess, but it is something. Anyway, so the other thing I did in Sweden was a football game, and not American football, a European football.
What? Soccer.
No, it's football. I was told multiple times.
European football.
And it was cool. It was soccer. The only bad thing about it is it was so cold because it wasn't even that the air. It wasn't even like the air temperature was cold. It was probably like 40s, but like the wind, there was so much wind, and it just like right through you. So it was very, very cold, but it was really great. We won. We scored in the first 3 minutes.
Nice.
And then that was it. But that's kind of how football games kind of are.
That's true. That's true.
But it was good. It was cool. And then I guess one of the guys that I went with, he was there for a couple weeks before I was even there, and he actually got to go to a hockey game because hockey's really big there too.
Yes, it is.
So that was really fun. Anyway, Sweden was great, had a lot of really good food, had a lot of steak, had a lot of burgers, had a lot of potatoes. Potatoes are their, they're their meat and potatoes. So a lot of potatoes, and it was really good. I had a very good time.
Can you say anything in Swedish?
Talk is thank you.
Talk?
Tack så mycket is thank you very much.
Tack så mycket.
Mike, I guess.
Mike?
I don't know.
What's that mean?
Thank you very much.
Oh, tack så mycket.
Yeah. And then fika is coffee. I learned that.
Fika?
Yeah, fika.
Huh.
And I know that because they drink so much coffee.
Yeah. I like it already.
They have during the workday, they have 3 mandatory coffee breaks.
That's awesome.
No, seriously. Seriously?
Like government, mandatory. Like by law,
Really?
they have to have 3 coffee breaks.
What?
I need at least 2.
I like it.
And I didn't drink coffee before I went. Like, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I was a coffee drinker. I went from drinking 0 cups of coffee to drinking 3 cups of coffee a day.
You on 3 cups of coffee, I would pay to see.
It would, I feel like it was fine. Maybe, I don't know.
Looks like the squirrel from that movie Hoodwinked when they give him coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee! That's a deep cut for those who know.
So there's something else that you brought back from Sweden that I want to get our viewers' opinion on. It's on your face.
Oh, my beard. I did grow a beard out while I was in
Yeah.
Sweden.
What do you guys think of Luke's beard? You can vote on just on the comments
Please
below.
don't. I don't want my ego to be ruined, so you can actually. It's a joke.
Yeah. Vote.
Just don't tell me what happened.
Yeah.
Everybody go tell him it sucks. Tell him it's awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a thing because I was away. I was challenged by the good old Ravi.
Ravi, another shout out to Ravi.
Yeah, Ravi.
To grow
Ravi.
up, to not shave while I was there, so I didn't. And then
Nice.
so it was longer, but I trimmed it a bit because it did look pretty raggedy and wild.
Okay.
So yeah, anyways, that was Sweden. That was a good time. That's why I was away. Why we have been absent from the podcast.
We missed you, Luke.
I missed you guys. I really did. I know
missed you guys.
that might be sarcastic,
Or missed
but
you.
I missed you guys. I missed this. It's good to be back.
I'm
good to be
legally
back.
not allowed to say as your older brother that I missed you, but if I was, I would.
Okay. All right, new segment. New segment.
Yeah, good job, guys.
New segment
New
now.
segment.
It's a brand new segment that we haven't done on the podcast.
Do we have a sound effect for this new segment?
It can be the normal one that we always have. I like
Or
it. No, that's not a good one.
Can you not
this-
record sound effects and log them in the
yeah, we can.
It's okay.
Blub.
Hold on,
That should be
can we try that again?
No, we should not try that.
with the blub at the end. It was so.
Anyways, new segment.
Okay.
You know what it's called?
What?
Sports of all sorts.
Whoa.
You know what this new segment is?
What?
I give something that may or may not be called a sport, and we have to determine whether we think it is a sport or not.
Ooh.
We're gonna get heated,
Okay. I don't think so.
This
depending on what it is.
Okay.
I have
this
opinions.
sport
Yeah.
is bowling. Is bowling a sport or not?
Bowling a sport. Yes.
Why do you think it's a sport?
Because
That's not a good reason.
because to be good
Because
at
I
it,
said so.
you have to practice. You compete against others. It is a professional, like you can have a professional tour and tour around. and you have leagues. And so because there are leagues and you can play team or individual, you're competing against others based upon highest score. So, and I would say that, you know what? I mean, you got to practice. You got to like score points to win, and you compete against others for victory and trophies. Therefore, it is a sport.
Grant, what do you think?
My gut says yes. I think that's because then in order to determine is I have to decide for myself what makes a sport. And I feel like that would take like so long to do that, right? And so I don't know if we could, but I think there's a super high up league, right, for bowling, right, nationally. Yeah, like that's a national like league for it. Professional, like you practice, you get, you know, I think yeah, to me I'm like if it's nationally recognized at a high level, like there's an NBA, there's an MLS, there's or even like overseas, there's an English Premier League for soccer, right? There's an NFL, there's a super high level form of this sport that is recognized nationally or internationally. I would say yes, it is considered a sport. And so for that, I would say, yeah, I would say bowling's a sport.
And there's also like they have junior leagues, so you can like, you know what I mean, learn and get better. And so, yeah.
But I would still say it's a sport, even if you don't have junior leagues necessarily. Like if you practice at it,
I would
and then
just
you
say
can
that
join
just kind of
the popularity of it.
the popularity of it, or you can start when you're young. Like you can start soccer when you're young, and
Yeah.
you can get it
You
better.
can start anything when you're young.
No,
That doesn't make any sense.
no. But what I'm saying is like with soccer, which is a sport, they offer it when you're young. All right, to play and learn the skills when you're young. Same with bowling.
They offer chess when you're young.
What?
Is chess a sport? They offer anything.
Is that
when you're
another
young.
thing?
It can be, yeah.
Okay, so here's another thing.
Because
that
real quick,
no, I don't know. I don't think chess is a
I'll end
sport.
up all in the bowling debate and say I also think it's a sport. So let's move on to chess.
Okay.
Is chess a sport?
Do they have professional leagues for
Yes.
chess?
Oh,
I
yes.
think they do. Yeah, like in some countries, isn't it? Like
Don't they have like a
huge
World
deal?
Cup of chess kind of a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is a sport.
Would you not have said it?
No.
Okay.
Doesn't a sport
You have
need
to
to
work out for
require
it?
some physical like exertion? Even if it's like bowling, it's not a crazy amount, but it still requires like you have to be very precise with your wrist movements, like with your leg, like with how you're aiming. Like, don't you think like that needs to require
To work out your hands, maybe for chess.
kinda? I mean, wouldn't you say that has to kind of take some form? Because
carpal tunnel.
Maybe so. I don't know.
I would say like,
Okay,
is it a sport in the traditional sense? No.
But is it a sport?
it's a game, but is a
Ooh,
game
okay.
It's a game.
Everything's
but
a
are,
game.
But are all games sports?
I don't think all games are sports.
Like I could play a game of the game Sorry
I
or
was thinking of the same
Operation
game. Or
a
Monopoly.
game of cards, but that's not a sport.
No.
It's a game. It's chess. Chess is a game, but is chess a game that's also a sport?
I like that. In which case, I don't think chess is a sport.
Luke,
Actually, I don't know. I'm doubling back on it now.
I think chess is too big to not be
Yeah.
considered a sport
It's a mental sport.
because it's it's massive, right? I mean, you have
yeah,
it's literally probably one of the oldest games, and everybody has heard of chess. Everybody,
not everybody.
most people, 99. I mean, I don't know how to play chess, but at least
There's
people have heard
in
of it.
countries that don't know about it.
And it's very easy to play, I think, to just get a chessboard. Well,
I
not
don't-
like easy, but
I
easy,
might just be
accessible.
dumb,
It's
but
accessible.
like
accessible
for
to
it
play.
for you to call chess easy
no,
to
no,
pick up
no,
is
He's
hard.
saying
no, I'm
accessible.
it's accessible to play.
Okay.
Sorry,
Play it on your phone.
Yes,
You can.
Yeah, and that's
Can you
kind
play
of,
bowling on your phone?
I would be shocked if you can't.
Well, I mean,
You can play
do
bowling
anything on your
game,
phone.
but
You
it-
can do
do you-
anything
Okay,
on your phone.
here's
You
a-
don't bowl on
I have,
your on your phone.
There's like they have ranks. So it's like
Yeah.
Grandmaster, then there's like other
Grandmaster, what are
ones.
they, Jedi? Like, what is it? The
Jedi.
Grandmaster?
You've not heard the
Roll the
Grandmaster?
ball well, you must. Like, is that what?
You've not heard of Grandmasters of Chess?
I've heard of
No.
that.
Oh,
But-
for chess? Oh, I thought we were talking bowling still. I was like,
No.
Jedi.
So,
Jedi
I don't
ranks.
know. I don't know. I don't know where I land on that.
I think it's just because of the coverage of it and because of how many people play it and how many I don't know, like how many people are into it. And even like spectators wise, I think a lot of people really are interested in the competitive chess world. I would say it would be hard, and because of how old it is, like just the game of chess is so old, it'd be hard not to consider it a sport, especially because it's so it's like the ultimate game of, like, in my opinion, the ultimate game, because you have to be smarter than your opponent, and there's no other factors that go into it other than it's just you versus your opponent.
I can't. I think where I'm going to land on, I would say that chess is a game, and I know they have tournaments for all kinds of games, and I know they have tournaments for chess, and I know they have that. I just not sure I can land 100% to say that chess is also a sport.
So, okay, here's where we get into the game sport debate. Because I'm sure there are experts out there that, like, we might come back to this and we're going to look, is chess considered a sport? And you would Google, and I bet it, and depending on which site you go on, it would say, yes, chess is considered a sport. But when you are talking sports to other people, what are they typically thinking of? They're thinking
Well, it's not
soccer.
what you're typically thinking of. It's just, that's why it's sports of all sorts, because it's not the ones that you typically think of, but it's just like,
right,
is it a
but I'm
sport?
getting more into the nitty gritty of what separates a game from a sport, right? And so, because here's another example. And this is a personal opinion.
Oh,
I
great.
don't think if a sport is designed to be an easier form of another sport for the sake of casual play, and it's not like a high end of it. Like, let's say football. What if football was just like, okay, this is, well, I guess all sports probably started like that, but like football is meant to only be a casual thing. It's not meant to be viewed as a like high end, like NFL level type thing. And compare that with like
What?
pickleball. Okay, pickleball was designed to be more like a casual for fun thing, not a like
That
high end thing like tennis or what. It's
that
meant to be
debate is
kind of more
ridiculous. That debate makes no sense because people play sports casually all the time.
right. But like, what's the highest form of said sport? What's the highest form of pickleball? The highest form of pickleball, I would argue, is pro tennis.
No, there's pickleball. There's pro pickleball leagues.
Pickleball leagues.
I would argue
big
that
now.
I would argue that pickleball is just an easier version of tennis.
Wow, I can't wait for the comment section to light you up.
And that's okay. Like, I'm not, like, trying to diss that. I'm just saying that, like,
You're
I
saying
think...
their sport's easy.
Like, what's the... That's not what... Okay. I'm just trying to say, like, what's the highest form of said game? And if that highest form of said game is at, like, a professional level, I think that makes it a sport.
Okay, so let me...
There are professional chess players.
But that's where
Right,
like I go
that's
back
what
and
he's
forth.
saying.
Like, so does that make chess a sport or does it make it
So
a game? Like,
I was looking
that's
at-
what I'm trying to tie
I was
back
looking
into,
this up.
right?
This
Like,
feels like
so-
cheating if you ask the internet, but
Well, it brought
I am
something
curious.
up.
I am curious to see what the internet says.
It does say that they do consider, let's see here. Yes, AI overview.
I wouldn't
Yes,
trust that.
chess-
AI overview is
Chess
giving me
is
some weird
generally
answers before.
considered a sport, though not a traditional physical sport. The International Olympic Committee recognizes chess as a sport and acknowledges the International Chess Federation as an official federation. It requires intense mental focus, strategic thinking, and competition. So here's my thought. Sports are played by what? What kind of
Athletes, typically.
Is someone who plays chess an athlete? Would you consider them an athlete?
No. And in the way that I think of athletes, like what
the way you think of athletes is not always
no,
the
like
same.
the general person. I'm just saying, like in the general view, when you think of the word athlete, you typically think of someone who trains, who like is doing something physical, right? I'm just trying to think of like what the normal, like a usual person. I think
it's
I
a
would say
legitimate
no.
argument.
I would say no. In the physical sense, no.
Anyway,
They're mathletes.
I thought of that too, but I didn't want to say that.
All right.
Mm.
I would say
Do you have another one?
chess is a sport. And then last one
okay.
is poker. Is poker a sport?
I think if we're calling
is
saying
it the
chess
same?
is, then
I
I don't
was
think
gonna-
I can
I don't
say
think so.
poker is.
It's a
Poker's
game that's
poker's a
played
more
at
expensive sport.
played at a pro level.
It's more
But
expensive.
I don't know if I would call poker a
Is
sport.
gambling a sport? The sport's gambling, but is gambling in and of itself a sport?
Is gambling even wrong?
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Sports.
That's our next segment. Is gambling
Okay.
wrong?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that wraps up that segment. Good job, guys.
Blup, 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 blup.
I think it's interesting to have
Blup.
different topics because, like with sports, because I think that so many of us view, like, if you're really into something, you would definitely call it, like, say you're really into chess.
Right.
You'd be
right.
the first to be like, oh, yeah, it is a sport.
Totally.
But somebody who's never, like, played chess or whatever,
Yeah.
they'll be the first to say it's not a sport. So it's interesting to have a debate and be like, is
Yeah,
this a sport
and-
or is it not a sport?
Yeah.
Bowling
yeah.
is the
no,
same way.
You can't really knock it
I
till
mean,
you
I
try
have
it
good.
kind
I
of
have
thing.
good friends that love chess, play chess,
Yeah,
and I could see why they would absolutely think and consider it a sport.
I agree. I think it's
But anyway,
it's one of those things where I think it depends kind of on your point of view
Yeah.
and how
Okay.
you define the word sport. I think depending on how you define the word sport, that's going to determine what things you think are sports or not.
yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Anyway,
Okay.
Okay.
Big brain quote.
Good job, guys. We did it. We did it.
Good job.
All right. Next
Good one.
segment. I need you to
Okay.
hit the one button.
which button?
Okay.
This or that.
Feedback.
No.
Feedback.
Feedback.
What are feed? You mean flashback?
He's losing it, guys.
Feedback.
Flashback.
Hey, when this comes out
Yeah.
on Tuesday, Poppy's birthday will be the next
Next
day on
day.
Wednesday.
Yay!
His birthday is April 23rd.
Thank you,
Should
So
we
boys.
sing an early happy birthday song?
everybody
you,
wish
boys.
Poppy a happy birthday.
Thank you, everyone.
Or just applause.
Thank you,
yay.
everyone. Thank you.
Somehow he's made it alive this long. Somehow. We don't know.
It's amazing.
It's
it
a
really
miracle.
is. It is a miracle.
Anyways,
Dad's
this or
favorite.
that.
Dad's favorite car when he was growing up was the Stegosaurus.
There we go.
Okay.
Sorry, a little delayed. My
It
bad.
made it way worse
Anyway.
that there wasn't a rim shot.
I'm excited about this or that because it's not a traditional this or that.
Ooh. Okay.
And
I'm
I
excited.
may have been hungry when I did this. This
Okay.
is this or that mashed potatoes edition.
What?
Yeah. I love mashed potatoes. A lot of people love mashed
We're
potatoes.
not comparing mashed potatoes with other versions of mashed potato. We're just
No.
comparing mashed potatoes with okay.
other side dishes.
Okay, I like this.
So, mashed potatoes or mac and cheese.
Mashed potatoes.
Mac and cheese.
No hesitation.
Mac and cheese. I would say mashed potatoes. Why do you say mac and cheese?
I don't know. I feel like just because I don't know. I mean, I like both a lot, but I think if I had to choose, I'd go mac and cheese for the cheesiness.
Oh, you like the cheesiness.
Mhm.
Cheese is good. Fun fact, while I was in Sweden, I was there with a Brazilian named Rafael. Shout out Rafael. He was awesome. Great guy. He had never had mac and cheese before.
Wait, really?
Wow.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
we took him to a restaurant, ironically called Brisket and Friends. And they had mac and cheese there. And he's like, I've never tried it. So, like, we got to get some. So he tried it. And it wasn't even, I wouldn't even say it was, like, good mac and cheese. But, oh, my word, he loved it. He was obsessed with mac and cheese. So that was really fun.
Yeah,
Good for
good.
Raphael.
Yeah, and mac and cheese is a staple. I would say mashed potatoes, but it's close. I think
Wow.
I love mac and cheese, though. And the thing with mac and cheese is you can put bacon. You can put so many other things. I mean, you can do the
Yeah.
same thing with mashed potatoes.
What's one other thing
But-
other than bacon you'd put on mac and cheese?
Chicken, beef, brisket, barbecue sauce.
Okay.
More jelly beans.
Yeah, if you hadn't noticed, there's a big bowl of jelly beans that Poppy and Gran are absolutely devouring. It's too far away from me, so I haven't been able to.
Yeah, sorry.
I kind of wish it
You
was
want some?
further away
That's
because
okay.
I'm
No, it's fine. Leave it
okay,
there.
okay.
I shouldn't be eating this much sugar. But it's okay.
But yeah, I would say mashed potatoes. Okay.
Okay. Nice.
I don't know
okay.
if you can trust my opinion on that because I've never liked mac and cheese growing up.
Yeah, and you're weird for that.
Listen. I'm saying this for our listeners because I get this from everybody. Everybody goes like, "What? You don't like mac and cheese?" And I'm like, I've tried it multiple times growing up, and I never liked it. I'm a big texture eater guy. Everybody thinks I'm crazy for it, and I promise I have tried it, and I just for some reason cannot eat it.
You sound like the SpongeBob sound effect where he goes, "Oh, I can't remember." He goes like, "What?" or something like that.
You what? Like
Yeah, that's it.
My eyes! That fish, dude.
Yeah.
The fish, the weird like yelling fish
Yeah.
from SpongeBob.
I can't believe you guys watch that show.
I've only seen like the first.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to when we were
I'm just
kids.
joking.
I wonder why.
Go ahead. What's
I've
the
seen,
next
like,
one?
The first season.
Next up, mashed potatoes or bread rolls.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
This is hard.
From where? From where?
Just general. Like think like it could be Texas Roadhouse. Like think of the best bread rolls
have
and the best
such-
mac and
Those
cheese.
Hawaiian rolls that we
Or
had
mashed
today.
potatoes.
Wait.
Oh.
Are we including Olive Garden breadsticks?
I said bread rolls. I don't think
They're
bread
technically
rolls.
rolled.
I don't care.
No,
No.
they're breadsticks.
They're
Okay.
sticks.
Yeah, they're sticks, not rolls. It's in the name.
Man.
That's so tough. It's not easy. Think about Red Lobster's like cheesy bread too. They're cheesy bread rolls. Are they
Man,
rolls?
I don't know. Luke, you start. What would you go?
I would go mashed potatoes. And I'm weird for this. Here's
Man.
why I go mashed potatoes. I dip things in my mashed potatoes. I will dip my bread in mashed potatoes. I will dip my ham, my chicken. I will dip pretty much anything in my mashed potatoes. I don't know why. I use it as a sauce. I don't know if I was traumatized as a child.
You were.
Yeah, and I use it as a sauce for things.
Interesting.
So yeah, I would say but it is very, very close. I think that when I think of like Texas Roadhouse rolls,
With the apple butter or whatever
yeah,
they give? Bro.
that's hard.
apple
That's
butter.
a hard thing
Dude.
to think.
Oh, it's
So
like it's not even
good.
apple butter. It's like some
Cinnamon.
sort of
It's cinnamon butter.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Sweden has potatoes. The U.S. has their bread rolls. I feel like that's like the
Dude.
staple of the U.S.
Man, I don't know.
That's
I mean,
tough.
I might have to go mashed potatoes as much as I don't know. Like, I'm trying to visualize, like, if I've got both right in front of me
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, man, what do I go for? I think I'd probably go mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
I think.
I think I do too.
Man, that's tough.
That is really
tough.
That's a tough.
This is gonna sound so stupid. I feel like bread rolls has a higher ceiling
You're
than
You're overthinking
no,
it.
no,
I
no,
think
no. He's on
Let me
something.
cook. Let me cook. Let me
Let him
cook.
cook.
Let me cook. Listen.
He's onto something,
Listen.
actually.
I think bread rolls, depending on where you go, have a higher ceiling. I'm not saying they're like
Frank
if
gets
you go to
higher
the
off of
right
bread
place.
rolls.
If you go to the right place, their bread sometimes is just like like Texas Roadhouse. There's a couple other places. Is it Longhorn that has really good bread? Like,
yeah.
I don't know if it's the bread rolls or sliced bread, but whatever it is, it's delicious. I like the rolls from Golden Corral. Their rolls are super good.
Oh.
They're
like
super
fluffy
soft.
doorstops.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
They're what?
They're so good.
They're huge.
They're
Dude,
door
they're-
stops.
Stops. They're
What are door stops?
Like big doorstop looking things, but they're
real
bread,
fluffy.
and they're fluffy. They're
What?
almost as fluffy
Just-
as Tebow.
Keep going. Yeah.
Anyway,
go ahead.
so depending on where you go, the bread can be like that, just that incredible. Mashed potato, but also there are some places you go to the bread, and I'm like, or like you might get rolls from the store, and it's like, again, depending on which ones you get, it might not be as good. I feel like mashed potatoes is consistently pretty good. Like they have a higher floor. You know what I mean? I think, but you know, depending on where you go, sometimes they can be maybe a little runny.
Yeah.
But most of the time, like if you go out to eat somewhere and you get mashed potatoes, or even if you get, is it the Bob Evans ones that Mom gets
Fun
for
fact,
Easter?
Yeah.
I think the Bob Evans mashed potatoes are my favorite.
They're
mashed
very
They're
good.
good. They're really
They're very good.
I could eat probably
And
an entire.
Canister.
you could just get that
Gallon.
from the store, the store, not the
Floor.
floor. Don't eat mashed potatoes off the floor.
I would.
You would, but like that's just from the store. So I would say,
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm using this terminology for food, but like mashed potatoes has a higher floor and is more of a consistent side item in terms of like how good it usually is. Bread, I think, varies depending on
Okay,
where
but-
you get it.
okay.
So, but bread has a higher ceiling.
So what are
raise
you
this-
picking?
I
You
raise
gotta
this
pick.
question then. The best rolls and the best mashed potatoes.
I think the best rolls and the best mashed potatoes.
Yeah, what are you getting?
I'm picturing myself in a place where I can get both. I think I'd go rolls. Like I picture myself at Golden Corral.
No, hold
okay?
on. Stop.
And you can get
Stop.
both mashed potatoes and rolls.
Stop.
Which one am I getting
Hey,
the most of? I'm
stop.
getting
Stop
mashed,
it.
rolls.
Stop.
What?
No,
Come
it's
on.
the best rolls and the best mashed potatoes. It's not you're going to a restaurant.
Rolls.
Okay, that's fine. But you're overthinking.
Rolls Royce,
You
baby.
were like, you're like, if I go to, I'm thinking of a restaurant where I can get both.
Well, I'm thinking of a restaurant that has good of both. Like what
You're
restaurant?
sitting down.
Corral.
Can we move on?
I don't want to move on.
I'm tired of talking about mashed potatoes and rolls.
I'm
Just-
getting hungry again.
Listen,
This is
mashed potatoes production over the course of its career has been really good, but
I
like
would
the
say it's
ceiling of
outstanding.
rolls.
I think the longevity of mashed potatoes needs to be talked about more often.
I want to talk about chess.
That's how you know it's bad. Okay,
Is
and then
chess a sport if you hate it that much? If you diss it that much?
Chess
If
or
you-
mashed potatoes or rolls.
If you
Mashed
hate
potatoes.
something,
I would play chess with
if you hate something enough,
I would dip my chess pieces in my mashed potatoes.
and
eat my chess pieces. Night, good night, and just eat eat
Night
it.
to eat for home.
Ah, my queen.
All right, let's go. Come
Checkmate.
On. What's
You
another
eat-
one?
You show up to a chess match, eat all his pieces, and go checkmate.
Yes.
you just bring a bowl of mashed
Mashed potatoes,
You're like,
totally.
all right, your move.
You bring rolls.
Check. Just move.
Put all the pieces in the roll. Just
All right, next
Good game.
I'm going to a chess tournament. That's what I'm
Good
doing.
Game.
yes. Then we
job,
bring a
great
thing
job.
over, start throwing them at the
The
players.
guy's like, he like shakes your hand. He's like, all right, good game. He's like, you won.
That's right.
The announcers are like, I've
Couldn't
never
stop
seen
him.
that opening move before.
Neither have we. It
dips-
was awesome.
Dipping his rook in mashed potato.
The mashed potato gambit. Anyways.
Oh man. Okay,
The Bob Evan.
Like, we didn't want him to win. We just kept eating all the pieces.
Yes,
We tried to get him to stop. We're running out. Please.
you keep going. They keep letting you through the tournament. You get the championship. There's just
you keep
all
winning.
these missing chess pieces.
You're named a grand master just because you kept eating all the pieces.
The opening move is called just the buffet.
Call you
Oh
the
man.
starch master.
The starch master.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
They call him Good Gravy.
That'd be great. That'd be.
Young gravy, but it's
His
just
no, Good Gravy is his name.
good gravy.
It's not just because of his
man.
topics. It's because that's
Luke-
what all his,
Luke
his
shows up at all
opponents
the
always think
tournaments.
You
that.
just start eating the first piece and he goes, your move.
No, you don't even eat it. You're just like sucking on it for a bit. It's like,
Gross. Okay. Wow.
oh goodness,
Yeah.
that was fun.
So would that change your opinion about chess being a sport or no?
Totally.
Okay.
If you
Totally.
could eat the chess pieces,
I could eat it. It's a sport. Hands down. Easily.
it's like going to the baseball game for the atmosphere. I go to chess for the mashed potatoes.
You got to see this guy. He wins every time. He eats the other dude's pieces.
This guy's more viral than
There
Joey
have-
Chestnut right now.
There have
He's
been some
just-
insane chess scandals, but that might be the most insane one.
Dude, I like it.
Or dropped a jelly bean. Can you pick it
Okay,
up?
we'll get it
I'll
later.
get it later.
Don't worry about it.
Grant is leaning over to grab it off the floor, and he will eat it. And he's putting it in
Grant
his
fat
mouth.
moment. It's a Grant fat moment.
Fat
All right,
jar.
go ahead.
It's okay. It's fine.
All right,
Yeah.
and the last this or that mashed potatoes edition.
Okay.
Mashed potatoes or
Chess.
a good old bishop. French
Potatoes.
Fries. French fries. Mashed potatoes or French
Ooh.
fries?
Mashed potatoes.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh. I don't know. I don't know.
I go fries.
Depends on what the fries are. Like,
Exactly.
are we talking McDonald's
Exactly.
fries, or are
The
we
best-
talking
the very-
curly fries? We
Curly
talking
Cajun fries from Popeyes. Whoa.
Oh, the
like,
Cajun fries are good.
Dude.
Have you had Swenson's?
No.
Their Cajun.
Well, I'm just responding to
Okay,
your,
I got another
your
one.
enthusiasm.
City Birds.
Have you had
City Birds
Swenson's?
fries.
No.
Their
City Birds garlic fries. So good.
Good.
Same with Beat Ups has some good fries. Their seasoning's decent.
Shout out to Lawrenceburg, Indiana. They have a restaurant called Shift, and their fries are divine. We go there with Emily's parents every once in a while, and it is awesome.
So-
but anyway, Swenson's has really good.
So what's that got to do
Cajun
with Swen?
fries.
You just wait, what? You just go, yeah, we go to this one restaurant, but this has nothing to do with that. So let's
Yeah,
talk
no.
about
I
Swen.
need you to understand one thing. I have ADHD.
we literally go, this place is good fries. This is
Hey, we
good
go to
fries.
this place with
I go to
Emily's
this one
parents
place
and
with Emily's
I get her
parents.
any-
They don't have fries though. But anyway, we go to
Swenson's fries.
Getting me to focus on one thing is literally
Luke, come
an
on.
impossible task.
I know. That's why I have to keep interrupting you.
What are we talking about? Oh yeah,
Fries.
I would probably. I would probably. I would probably. I don't know.
Are you farting?
No. I'm just thinking, and that is not good for my
stinking.
brain.
Anyway,
Guys, come on.
we are so back.
We're so
That's
bad.
our title. We are so back. Yes.
Go ahead.
I would probably do French fries because I think if I'm thinking of the amount of meals that I get French fries with,
Yeah.
It's more versatile. It's a versatile side.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
think mashed potatoes kind of stays in its own lane, and I think it's a good lane. I think it excels in that lane. I think no one can do what mashed potatoes does in the field that it works in.
Okay.
But
At
I
its
think
position.
the versatility of the French fry is unmatched. So I think I will have to go French fry based off of that.
Okay.
So, and you're going mashed potatoes?
I think so.
I just want to give a shout out to the General Potato for producing so many of these sides,
Dude, the
man.
potato is so versatile.
Dude,
I saw
potatoes
something way
potatoes
on.
program potatoes program for producing talent is amazing. Like
I saw-
it's side
They're creative.
university. It's side
They're
item
creative.
university. This is the potato.
I saw a meme and it was like, if God can do all these things with a potato, think about what he can do with you. I was like, that's a very good quote. I like that.
I go fries though.
Yeah.
Fries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing. Ceiling of fries. Like potatoes are consistent, but like,
I don't know.
dude.
Fries, buys, lies. Lakers in 5.
I mean, the Lakers just
see those
lost
memes?
one, so
Anyway,
they better
so
win
that's
their next
a great
4.
segment, a great transition, a segue into our next segment.
Yeah.
The round 1 of the NBA playoffs started yesterday. And I want to go through all the matchups and who we
Ooh.
think will win
Okay.
the matchup.
You mean game
All right.
2 or just the overall?
Just the
So overall
who
series.
Who advances?
Okay.
Okay.
So the first matchup is Cavs Heat. Who do we think?
Calves.
Cavs. I also
Easy
think
answer.
Cavs. I think the Heat are actually a sneaky good team.
Yes, I agree.
I actually really like the Heat team. I
Bam,
like them.
Bam Adebayo, is he still with them?
Yeah.
And Tyler Hero.
Bam and Tyler Hero.
Tyler
yeah.
Hero was an all-star.
And Donovan Mitchell's brother.
Davion Mitchell. They're
Yeah,
not related.
I know.
It is funny because someone was like some Heat fans like, "Oh my gosh, we got Donovan Mitchell," and it was like D Mitchell signed with the Heat, and it was like, "No way!"
So bad.
That guy's so disappointed in the game day. He's like, wait a second.
I think I really liked Jimmy Butler on the Heat. I'm actually really sad that he's not on the Heat anymore.
Yeah.
But I do like this Heat team. I am a big Cavs
I think they
fan.
can give
think-
the Cavs some trouble.
I
I do
agree.
believe that. I do
agree.
think they match up pretty well against the Cavs, but I don't know. I just think the Cavs have too much in again. I mean, I don't think the Heat have anyone that matches up well against Evan Mobley.
Agreed. I was talking to shout out to Eli Hilscher. Love Eli Hilscher.
Eli.
Talking to him today, and he's a Cavs fan. Not as avid. He said
Yeah.
once since LeBron left, which is understandable.
Yeah.
But he was saying that he's kind of scared for the Heat because I feel like we all are like, the Cavs, 1 seed, Heat are 8 seed. But the Cavs did not finish great,
Nope.
and the Heat had a pretty good finish.
They're
to
looking
the
pretty
year.
good right now.
So it's in basketball. In basketball, it's all about who's hot.
Yep.
So, in a 7-game series, I think the Cavs should win, but
Yep.
the Heat are a good team. So,
Yeah, I agree. I have Cavs.
yeah, I would say Cavs as well, but I'm
Okay.
always hesitant to strongly say them because
I know. Disappointing.
Unfortunately, they
disappointment.
just
They're
have
Cleveland.
not done a great job at like when they get to the playoffs, advancing more than just like the first round.
last year was hard because
Yeah.
I think
Didn't
if
you
they
guys
had
play
Mitchell,
the Celtics in the first?
Yeah. If they
you
had
played the
Mitchell-
Champs in
Second
the second round.
we
Yeah,
beat the Knicks. Should have beat them by more, but
Yeah.
anyways, and then Mitchell was out for the game against the series against the Celtics, which
Yeah.
that was like game over basically. But this year I don't know. I'm casually optimistic.
Optimistic.
I think that in a 7-game series, I do think the Cavs can beat the Celtics. Will they? I don't know.
I
But I
think
think they can.
I think the Cavs have to make it to the Eastern Conference Championship games for this to be a very positive season for them.
Agreed. Anything else is
It's disappointing.
honestly really anything but a finals appearance is disappointing.
I think if they can go to the Eastern Conference Championship and make it a series.
If it's against the Celtics
Yeah.
in the Eastern Conference Championship, I think that'll be okay. But if it's
I
anybody
agree.
but the Celtics in
Yep,
the Eastern
I agree.
Conference,
If you
That's
lose
good.
to anyone
Yeah.
else in
Finals.
the East other than the Celtics,
Agreed.
I think
Yeah.
it's a bummer.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
It's a loss. It's a sad
Yep.
season. Okay, yeah, and then next is Celtics Magic.
Celtics.
Yeah, I think Celtics are just too
I
experienced.
agree.
They're too deep of a team.
Yeah.
I love the Magic though.
Banchero?
I love Paolo Banchero.
Yeah,
Yeah. Franz
I love-
Wagner.
Yes, Wagner's
Franz Wagner.
good. They
Yeah.
even have Cole Anthony, who's been great.
Yep.
I like their team a lot. Actually, I think that they in the future.
They have Terrell Suggs.
Yes, they do.
I'm sorry. What?
Jalen Suggs.
No, I was totally. Yes, he agreed.
I was
I was
thinking,
totally going
like,
for it, and you bid on it.
I was like, wait,
I
that's not Terrell.
I guess.
Jalen.
Yeah, I picked
was
up.
like,
I picked up on that.
You're like, oh, yeah.
Terrell Suggs. I'm like,
yep.
he was a crazy defensive player from the Ravens
know,
years
anyway.
ago, right? Well, I think it was the Ravens. Yeah, he's a legendary player.
Jalen Suggs. Yeah.
Can you imagine? And now
I think he's
announcing-
injured though.
Yeah, he
And now
might be.
announcing the center for the Orlando Magic, Terrell Suggs.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they have Cole Anthony. I think is it Anthony Black maybe who as well on the bench or somebody. I don't know, but they have a good team.
Yeah.
I think in a couple years they will be very scary because they're a young team.
Yeah.
So I like them, but again, they're going against almost any
I
other
know.
team. I would say that they would have a really good chance.
Yeah,
but against
you can
the
make a
Celtics,
series of it.
I don't think so. Next is Knicks Pistons. Mind you, Knicks already won game one.
Barely though.
Barely. It was
Barely.
close.
It was very close.
Pistons are
The whole
They
game.
look-
looking.
good team.
They've turned their
Cade.
franchise around.
Big
Cade
fan of
Cunningham.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Love. Hey, guess who their head coach is?
I know. JB Bickerstaff.
JB Bickerstaff. Good for him.
Totally. Yeah.
Good for him.
happy for
Coaching
him.
matters.
Getting that team into the playoffs. And
Huge.
like, what are they? A 6 seed?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
they
really
were one of
happy
the
for
worst teams in NBA last year.
What a turnaround.
Yeah,
What
incredible.
a turnaround.
So kudos to them. I think the Knicks win it,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
but they might take it like 6 games.
Yeah.
I feel like the
in
Knicks.
six. Knicks in 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Get it
the
on a
Knicks
t-shirt.
Knicks have more firepower in terms of
They
like
do.
than star
Yes.
power. Like you got Carl Anthony Towns. Is it Jalen Brunson? Like I just
Mikal
think,
Bridges.
Yeah, I just think
Yeah,
they
Josh
have
Hart.
too many.
Yeah.
I feel like not to knock the Pistons, but it's in terms of star power. Who aside from Cade Cunningham do you have like on the Pistons?
Jaden Duran.
Like I'm talking like star power. Like I just named Jalen Brunson and Carl Anthony Towns on the Knicks.
I'm trying to remember that.
Well, you have Katie. He's
that's
an
my point.
all-star.
Cade is an all-star. They have Jalen Duran.
No, I know, but I said
They
outside
have-
of Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's some guy that I'm
Yeah, I don't know.
completely missing.
I
He's
just
pretty good.
I just feel like
They
the
have a
Knicks
good
have
team.
too much. Yeah, and I feel like the Knicks kind of struggled.
They have
a little
Yeah,
bit.
they
good
have.
teams.
They have not. Yeah.
They
Haven't they
were
kinda struggled a
really
bit this year?
bad against good teams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they lost almost. I think.
But the
every
playoffs, I
game.
don't know.
playoffs are
I mean,
different. I feel like
atmosphere's
people lock in
different.
for the playoffs. Like it's tough.
I
Yeah.
will say
Things
I think
change.
because of the inexperience of the Pistons, like playoff inexperience. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that also gives the Knicks an advantage. Like you have guys on the Knicks like Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns. I'm pretty
They've
sure
been
Mikal
there before.
Bridges, Josh Hart. They've guys have all been there
Yeah.
before.
Josh Hart, forgot
Mhm.
about
So I will
Yeah.
say the Knicks take it, but I won't be too. I would not be totally shocked if the Pistons were
Yeah.
to thug it out.
Yep.
So, and
I
I'd
think-
actually be really happy if they won.
I would too. I would hope they
could
win it.
upset. Like I think
I would love
there's
for them to win
potential
that
for an upset.
series. Yeah.
yeah,
For Detroit, that'd be so cool too.
Okay.
absolutely.
Next.
The next is Bucks Pacers. Mind you, Pacers blew
Destroyed
out
them.
the Bucks in game
Well,
one.
Lillard
Never
didn't
would
play.
have
Lillard
guessed.
was out.
Never would have.
Lillard was out.
I don't care. You got Giannis. You should. You've. Well, they had Drew Holiday back then.
Yeah, but
I went out with friends with Sam, Gabe, Devin, and Logan on Saturday, and we were watching some of the Pacers Bucks game, and we're just like, man, had the Bucks kept Drew Holiday,
yep.
like they could have been a good dynasty.
Yeah.
They really could have been.
Yep. He's their missing piece.
He was way more crucial
defensive
to that team
player
than
who
they,
can also
than
score
they
a
thought.
decent amount of points.
Yep.
And now look at him on the Celtics.
I know it's crazy.
You
Yeah.
could argue he was a big. I think
Golly, the
he and
Celtics.
Jalen Brown, man.
Oh, their
were
team
the,
is disgusting.
I know.
Oh my word!
Porzingis,
I forget,
Holiday,
Their team is disgusting.
Tatum, Brown.
too many names.
That's crazy.
White,
Why?
Al
Crazy.
Horford. Dude,
It's not
their
fair.
team is insane.
It's
I
not fair.
know. It's insane.
I think it's just.
It's amazing they're not a 1 seed.
Yeah.
But the
We've,
Cavs are a
we've
1
almost
seed.
named their entire team, like their back five and starting five, and that's like all names
They
like
have
we
Peyton
can remember.
Pritchard coming
Yeah.
off the bench too, who's really good.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Yep.
Peyton Pritchard. Yep.
So okay, so
Oh,
we're going.
dude.
Are we
all.
going Bucks or Pacers?
I'm going Pacers. I think the Pacers have a better team, but I don't think the Pacers will have anything to
I think the
stop
Pacers
Giannis.
match
Is
up well
Lillard
against the
gonna
Bucks.
is Lillard gonna come
They
back
have Siakam
for this
and,
season?
Yeah, and Turner for
Turner, Miles
Miles Turner.
Miles
So-
Turner was knocking down
I know.
threes in that game.
Well,
It's
and
kinda
that's where
crazy.
you bring out Giannis, so you can like. So I think the Pacers for sure in that game
Yeah.
for that series.
I mean, I think game
They're a
one
dangerous
was-
team too.
They are
I
a
think.
dangerous team. If the Cavs don't win it, they're one of the teams that I'd be pretty happy if they won because,
Yeah.
I mean, the Pacers have really, they're a small market team.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yep.
mean, Tyrese Halliburton, I like him.
Yep.
Pascal Siakam, probably overpaid, but still like
yeah.
him
Who's the point guard, the backup point guard
for the
He's-
Pacers.
yeah.
Benedict,
No,
no.
he's been in the league forever. He like gives the Cavs problems every time. Oh,
for the Pacers?
for the Pacers,
You're not
I can't remember his
thinking
name.
of, not
Anyway.
Victor Oladipo.
Y'all remember?
No.
Remember when Victor
y'all remem-
Oladipo almost beat 2018 LeBron?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when
Crazy.
Paul George was with the
Oh,
Pacers?
Yes.
Back when, dude, he was.
Paul,
they had a decent team back then.
Pacers, Paul George is my favorite player of all time.
Really?
Really?
Yes,
T.J.
absolutely.
McConnell.
Yes.
Dude, he's a boss.
He's a
like he's
baller.
yeah.
Remember T.J. Warren in the bubble?
Yeah.
When he averaged 50 a game. Where like
Crazy.
this guy he's up next and
Yeah.
then just disappeared
No,
the
yeah.
next season.
I don't. He's not even coaching like high school ball. I don't think.
Coaching, he's playing.
Or does he play for?
I don't know if he is playing. That's
See what I
I'm
was?
saying.
Yeah,
Oh.
whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all don't
Point
know.
Go
still
ahead.
stands. My
All right.
bad.
Next series. Oh wait, I didn't. Did I answer?
You think Bucks or Pacers? Pacers.
If Lillard were to literally be back next game, my gut would say Bucks. But like, I don't think if he's not going to get back by the next game, I think what'll happen is the Pacers will win too many games, and it'll be
It'd be
too
over,
late. It'll
yeah.
be too little, too late.
I have
So,
a question because this actually
Yeah.
surprised me when I saw this. How many points per game do you think Lillard averaged this year?
Under 20.
Okay, what do you think, Grant?
See, I thought I remembered the start he had was not great, and then I thought I remember like later he really started turning it around. I'm gonna guess like 22.
He averaged 24 points a game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought he started.
He averaged, I
Very
think,
quietly.
maybe more than Steph Curry did.
Yeah, I was
Really?
gonna say
If
I
not
thought I
close
saw
to-
something where he was
I
starting
think
to
Steph Curry
turn it
also
around.
averaged 24 points a game.
Wow.
Yeah, he turned
Dame.
stuff
So
around.
I know, I saw
Good
that
for
and I was
Dame.
like,
Seriously, I'd love for him
I-
to get a ring too.
that
That's
was
true.
I'd
That'd be
love
kinda
to.
cool.
I'd love
Would
to
be.
see him when he was
And I
with
love
the
Giannis.
Trailblazers for years.
Just consistent.
We got to
Giannis
see
is
Dame
loyal.
play.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
That was awesome. He put up like 31 points that game too.
I
Wasn't it
know.
awesome?
Yeah, he destroyed
Unfortunately, he
Destroyed
beat
the
the
Cavs.
Cavs, but yeah.
Colin Sexton and I couldn't even name the other guys.
Is
that were
Colin
on
Sexton even playing that
Chet
well these
Osman.
days?
For the Jazz, Utah Jazz.
Yeah, call him the Bulldog.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Cool.
Next.
Okay, next up, Thunder Grizzlies.
Thunder.
Mind you, Thunder are blowing out the Grizzlies
I was going to say Thunder.
right now. So
Oh, right now, like
yes, yes,
live. Thunder, easy.
yeah. I would say Thunder. Thunder may be in 4,
Yeah.
but dude, I don't know if anybody. The only thing is the Thunder are young and they're inexperienced, so that might be the only thing that could be their downfall. But I really can't see any team beating them in 7 games.
Man, I don't know.
I can't see any team beating them in 7 games. Also, Rockets Warriors. Rockets are the 2 seed. Warriors are the 7 seed.
Wow.
Listen,
Rockets are the 2 seed, which is awesome.
but
for them.
Warriors, ever since they got Jimmy Butler, have been.
Yes, Warriors are a
It's
scary
true.
team.
I'm actually. I don't want to. I'm picking the Warriors.
I'm also picking the Warriors.
I think I picked the Warriors.
I
I
think
think the
they've
Rockets are
been
too
momentum.
They're kind of on.
too
Yeah,
young.
I think they're kind of on the rise too right now.
Warriors.
Someone
Yes,
was
yeah.
telling me that even though the Warriors are a 7 seed, they're like, I think the Warriors are a top 3 team in the West right now.
Well, they were
but
horrible.
right,
They
but
were
then they got Jimmy.
terrible.
But
So
like
the
the current version of the Warriors, they're saying is like a top 3, top 4
So
team
the fact
in
they're
West.
even in the playoffs at all
Is
is
crazy.
which says that where they're at. So yeah, I go Warriors.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Lakers, Timberwolves. Timberwolves
Destroyed 'em.
destroyed the Lakers in game 1.
Man, that's a tough one.
It's hard.
I have a prediction.
Okay.
I think if the Lakers can make the series 1-1, I think they'll win. I think if it goes the whole series, I think they will make it a 5 or 6 game series. I feel like Shannon Sharp, split splash, new cash, diaper rash, Lakers in 5. Like I just, but I have a hard time seeing them win 4 straight games because someone else was saying the Wolves match up well with the Lakers.
They do.
They do?
The Lakers, part of the reason they lost, and I looked it up, they had, first of all, you brought this up, I'll let you share it, but the Lakers only had 3 guys score double digits, and it was their normal 3. Nobody else outside them crossed the 10-point margin. It was like they just couldn't, like anyone outside of Austin
It was a bad
Reeves.
night.
It was a
night for
very
them.
bad night. It was, Luka put up his usual 37 points, but he's obviously he's not a good defender at all. But LeBron only put up 19. Austin Reeves, I mean, say only. He still put up 19. Austin Reeves
That's
put up
not
16.
a lot for LeBron. That's surprising to
He
me.
averages
Which is
23,
crazy.
24
Okay,
points a
I
game.
know
This is crazy.
I know.
Okay, but any other person
Total-
in
yep.
the year
Your
20
second option. Your second
what
option
year are
putting
they-
up 19.
What year is
That's
he in? 22?
What?
22. Yeah, he's in year 22.
Yeah,
Any other player in year 22,
I know.
it'd be like, oh my word, they're back.
And
19
know.
points
Austin
in a playoff
Reeves-
game. LeBron putting up 19 points in a playoff game in year 22, and we're like, that's disappointing.
I know.
Well,
That's
okay.
crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of nuts.
I agree.
That's insane.
But
I know,
Austin-
but
Austin
you
Reeves-
need more from LeBron.
That's crazy because he's
Okay,
so old, but he's
Austin
so good.
Reeves put up 16, and it's like, okay, if you had other contributors on your team, like, or more contribution from the rest of your team, you're like, okay, that'll work. There was none. It was like Hachimura put up 9, and then everything else is below that, and this is not good.
Also, I was
They had a really bad night.
here's and then shout again to Eli Hosher. He was talking.
Here, hold on. Eli's getting some applause.
Eli needs some applause.
Yeah, good job, Eli.
Very loyal listener. Love
Yeah.
that
Yes,
guy.
we appreciate it.
He was talking about how this, like in the playoffs, is when the Lakers will really be needing Mark Williams.
Oh,
And
wow. Yeah, good point.
We were talking too just about how, even though he failed his physical, like his play after the trade didn't happen was amazing, and it's like I don't
Yeah.
understand why that was a big contention. And don't connect. Also brought up by Eli.
Yeah.
Has like his minutes have gone down and
Yeah.
he hasn't been playing.
I don't know
well.
why they don't play him as much anymore. I think he's
Especially when other
kind of
people
a
on your team
unicorn
are
kind
not
of
doing
player,
well.
really, in some ways. I think he can go inside. He can create his own shot lots of times. He's good from outside. I do think the Lakers win the series.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's close, but I do think it's a horrible matchup for them because they have no one big inside. I mean, that's really
They have their
that's
one
decent.
dude,
Yeah.
Max Christie, right? And that's
Jack-
it.
No,
Max
he's with the
Max
Mavs.
Jackson
Hayes.
Jackson Hayes.
Sorry,
Who's-
I was thinking of the people they traded.
Yeah,
It's
but
fine.
my
Jackson
point, this
Hayes.
is when they're obviously really
Jackson
missing
Hayes
AD,
was- never mind.
right?
Was he
But
not
they
traded?
just
No.
they're missing a defensive presence because, and two, I mean that game last night. I mean, Minnesota was like shooting lights.
50% from the 3
That's
point.
just you can't expect
51.2% field goal shoot. Come on. That's not usual.
It's
For
just
them, that's
unusual.
not normal.
So I think it's kind of an anomaly, but I don't think it's easy for the Lakers. But I do think the Lakers pull this out.
if you can get it together, yes. they
But
will
I
win.
think Luka, as great as he is, I think he's a defensive liability. We talked about this when they traded him, right? Like, man, you're getting great offense, but man, just watching him last night, man, he was just getting burned left and right watching the game. Like, it's just he complains, and it's like, dude, run back and play some defense, And it's just like, whatever. I mean, he scored 30-some points. I get it.
You know he averages 30 points per game in the playoffs.
But it's
nuts.
crazy. But so
Yeah,
what?
but how many
Like, they
points
lost.
does he? How many
Yeah,
points?
no.
How
I
many
was just saying
average
that's
points does he
Yeah.
allow in the playoffs too?
Yeah,
you want to look
anyway.
at that contribution.
So
I love Luka. Luka's my third favorite player
Yeah.
in the league right now. Like I love that dude. I want him to win MVP so bad. But like, if you're going to have him on your team, he is a great asset to
He's a
your
liability
team. But
defensively.
you have to have better defensive presence outside of him.
But
around him.
I still think the Lakers win it.
It's hard to see LeBron
anyway,
getting knocked out of the
but-
first round.
Could happen. Could happen.
Our glorious king, LeBron.
All right, next.
Lakers in 6.
Have I said who I thought?
No.
Okay, I haven't. I don't know. I originally would have been like absolutely the Lakers. I think the Timberwolves are really missing Karl Anthony Towns, and I think that trade made them worse. I still think that trade made them worse. I don't know why they did it, but considering they were only a game or two away from the finals. But it's hard to. Anthony Edwards is a special player.
And is crazy.
He is Dwayne Wade with a 3-point shot, and it's kind of
Did
crazy.
Dwayne Wade not have a 3-point shot?
I mean, Anthony Edwards
He could
was
shoot.
the league
Yeah.
leader in 3-pointers made.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is nuts.
He's so
and
explosive,
He's
though.
a bigger. He's
He's
a
more
big
explo-
dude.
I think
Like
he's more
a powerful
explosive than-
dude.
Dwayne Wade.
Than Dwayne Wade was.
I heard someone saying he's kind of
Maybe.
that he reminds them of. I want to say I heard two different things from. I heard someone say he reminds them of LeBron, and then I also thought I heard someone say he reminds them of Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's true.
Like the Jordan comparisons are there for him.
When he gets
Like the score, like
him,
the drive.
Anthony
like-
Edwards going downhill is almost impossible to stop because even if you go up, he sees it as a challenge and he'll try to he'll yam it on
He'll
you.
he'll
Yeah.
end your bat. He'll break your
Yeah.
wrist
He's-
dunking on
So
you.
who do you have? We got to keep going.
Yeah, Lakers or Wolves.
I'll say Lakers because
Okay.
I hope it's the Lakers. I would hate for
I
them
think
to lose
you're
in the
right. I
first
think it
round.
was a one.
Suck.
I think that it was a bad game for the Lakers and it was a good game for the Timberwolves. I think that the Timberwolves
For both of
will
those
probably
things to
cool
happen,
off.
and they only lost by 23 when it was a
Okay,
great game
only
for.
lost by
Okay, I know,
23.
but like when you had
That's
a
a blow-
great game,
that's-
especially in the
a great
playoffs,
game-
that's a blowout.
Yeah.
a great game for the Wolves, and a very bad game for the Lakers. I would expect like a 30 to
I don't
40
know.
point
like,
deficit.
Even if it was close, I'd been like, yeah, Lakers. But after they blew them out, I'm like, oh, I,
I
don't
think
know
the Lakers
anymore.
figure it out, though.
I think so too. I think so too.
JJ Redick has done. Can we give some credit to JJ
Yeah.
Redick?
Yeah,
He's done a
absolutely.
great job coaching. I think,
JJ.
Yes,
JJ in the Bay.
I think Coach JJ Redick will figure out a way.
Both of them will.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
together. I think they can figure out a way to.
I think it's just
Pick it up
Okay,
next
move
game.
on. That's a lot of Lakers, Mavs, or Wolves talk.
It's a good
Anyways,
matchup. Though. It's a tough
it is a
matchup.
good matchup. And then last is Nuggets Clippers.
Clippers.
Ooh.
And I want to go on record. I picked
Nuggets
the Nuggets.
won game one.
I know. In
I-
overtime.
Mind you.
I picked the Nuggets to go all the way. I think getting rid of their coach was a horrible mistake.
I
'Cause
really
he
like
has-
this Clippers team. I actually
He's-
really like
Yeah, I
this
do
Clippers
too.
team.
Their coach had championship experience, playoff experience, and they just got rid of him, and now they don't have him when they could really use a playoff experience coach.
I like this Clippers team because I
Kawhi's
think
healthy
that
now, right?
Kawhi's healthy.
Yep.
Harden's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They're the hottest team in the league. I think that I really do think they will beat the Nuggets. I think that
Wow,
honestly,
really?
I really think that when the Clippers are playing at their best, which they have
They
been,
can beat anybody.
they will beat anybody.
But they
I-
didn't last night.
But it went to overtime.
So?
It shouldn't have gone to overtime. I think the Clippers should have won that, and they were.
But they
ahead.
didn't. Why
I
Why
think-
didn't they? Why didn't they?
Because they were
It's
playing
Jokic,
bad.
Yo, the bench. It was Nuggets bench.
which is shocking.
I thought we
Westbrook.
I thought we said in an
I'm just
earlier
saying.
episode
But Westbrook,
that the Nuggets
remember,
have no bench.
Westbrook is a boomer bust player, and he has been the past couple of games, and I think that's going to
I
continue.
used to love
I
Russell
think-
Westbrook, dude.
I mean, he's old.
Yeah.
He's old now.
Yeah,
so,
but he used to be so
if
good.
He's, when he in like a game. So think about it. That was a good game for Russell Westbrook. That was him at his boom, and they went to overtime. If he even I think that the Clippers still could have beat them when Russell Westbrook is at his best. So I think that without that, and I know Russell Westbrook is going to have some bad games. I think the Clippers take advantage. I think the Clippers beat out the Nuggets.
And I don't know.
But it is hard to beat. It's hard to beat Jokic. So
I think
It's-
I go Nuggets
Jokic
here.
is a freak of
I
nature.
think Clippers win in 7.
I don't know.
I would like. I don't like. I don't know, man.
It's hard for me to go against league MVP.
Yeah.
You know, Jokic is just, dude. I just
He's
feel
not
like,
human.
I
No.
don't know.
It's annoying how good at basketball he is. Like, it's
and he
just
doesn't even
annoying.
care. All he cares about is racing his horses.
He'd rather
Yeah.
be home.
I love it.
He'd rather be home.
I love it. I absolutely
I'm
love
like,
it.
you
A lot
don't
of
want it.
people
You
don't
don't
like
even
it.
want to be
It's
MVP.
my job,
You're just
so I'm
here.
gonna go play it, do it as best as I can.
A lot of people don't like it though because they're like, he's not passionate about it. He shouldn't.
I
be.
don't. I listen.
about- if he
if
wins-
I had his gifts, I would. To play a sport at that level, it would be a dream, dude. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
If he wins MVP this year, which we'll get into that a little bit later, but if he wins MVP this year, that'll be his 4th MVP in 5 years, and the only person who's done that is LeBron. So if he already has a ring, I mean the stats he puts up is insane.
Yeah.
Is he top 10 all time? Like what?
Oh yeah.
Like now, top 10 all time?
He's. Oh man.
Like what do you do with this?
He might be, dude.
I think
He's
so.
just built different, dude.
I think
He is built
I
different.
think
He's just
top.
not built like
I think
a
he's
basketball
definitely
player.
top 10.
But he
all
is a
time.
basketball. Yeah, but that's the kind of what makes him good is because he's not built like a basketball player, but he can still play really good basketball, which
I'm
gives
gonna
him
go.
an advantage.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Nuggets.
Nuggets?
Yeah.
Are you saying Clippers?
said
Grant?
Clippers.
I'm gonna bet on the Clippers. I think
will
getting
also
rid
bet
of the
on
coach
Clippers.
was a bet. And if I
You might be right.
I
You might be
think-
right.
I think
I
that
think
is
if the
also a
Nuggets
big
don't
thing.
exit this round, I think they might lose to whoever faces them in the next round. Like if
Yeah.
they were to play the Warriors, I think the Warriors beat the
It
Nuggets.
would be really funny if this was the year that the Clippers
My jelly bean.
like do something because it has always been a disaster when they tried to get Kawhi and Paul George to play together, and then here comes Harden, who's been actually on fire
Yeah.
these last like 10 games.
It would be cool to have them. Like I like
would be
Ty
cool.
Lue as well
exactly, yeah.
as a
Is he
coach.
I don't think he's their coach anymore.
Yeah. No,
Maybe I don't know.
I think so. He's got like maybe.
I don't think he's their coach. I don't think he's coaching.
We've name dropped a lot of former Cavs coaches or current Cavs coaches.
Yeah, think of that. Cavs are a good coaching organization. They know what's
for the
up.
most part.
Except for David Stern or David.
I don't know.
All right, next.
But I think they hold on to their coaches for too long sometimes, but that's okay.
Maybe. JV Bickerstaff probably. Well,
Ty Lue.
is he's the coach of the Clippers?
Yes.
All right, move on.
Anyway, moving on. So, talking about Jokic, MVP race, it's typically between Shea and Jokic, and I didn't actually have this on the agenda, but I do want to talk about this because I think it needs to be talked about. Who is your MVP? Is it Shea averaging the most points per game and on the best team? Or is it Jokic averaging almost a 30-point triple-double? And he's top 3 in
That's crazy.
he's top 3 in points, rebounds, and assists.
And it's triple double.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got to go Jokic.
Okay, where do you go, Grant?
So, sorry, I'm saying this for my benefit because my brain's a little foggy. So, Shea has the most points per game.
He has, so let me
How
put
many
this
points
into-
per game is he averaging?
32 points per game, but
Okay.
if he's averaging the most points per game, or I guess it's the second most points, or no, he is averaging the most points per game, even if he didn't play in the fourth quarter.
Wow,
Wait, so for 3/4 of every game,
Yes.
he's averaging most.
man.
But
It's
then
impressive.
Jokic
Because
is
typically
averaging
they're
like
blowing
30,
out
30.
every team. So he doesn't really need to play the fourth quarter most of the time.
Shea.
Yeah.
People made
So-
that comparison. With
Yeah, I don't
Burrow
know.
and
I-
Daniels actually.
Who?
What?
Did you guys
bring
hear
up,
about that?
What did you bring up? Did you bring up the Bengals?
Flagging you.
What?
Flagging you so I can say my 2 cents just so I can not get flagged. So what I'm bringing up is I'm just making a comment. They did that with Burrow once when they were comparing Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow. I did this preemptively so I could say that. But at one point they were like, Jaden Daniels actually has better stats in his time at LSU than Joe Burrow did. And I'm like, but then people were like, yeah, but that's because Burrow was literally sitting out the fourth quarter because they were blowing teams out. And so anyway, you guys can come back in. I don't care. I just wanted to say that.
That was so
But anyway,
dumb.
I just
That
wanted
was so
it just reminded me of that. It's fine.
We're really back now. We're
Yeah,
really
we are.
back. You
We're
bring
so
up
back.
Joe Burrow
We are
in
so back.
We're talking about NBA
I know, but it was just
So who's
it's
your
just-
MVP?
MVP.
Well, but then Jokic is averaging what, 30, 10 and
Almost 30 points. He's averaging 10 rebounds and I think 12 assists.
that's insane. Has anybody ever done
Insane,
that?
man.
Has
I don't
anyone
think
ever
so.
done that?
How do you not
No.
pick him then?
voter fatigue. And
Yeah.
because
So?
Shea, and because Shea is on the best team in the league and he's averaging the most points per game.
I think
I will say it's a tough MVP race.
It is.
Even though Jokic is averaging the numbers he's averaging, his team is not stellar. They're in the playoffs, but they're not stellar.
But you remove him, they're not in the playoffs. Period.
Agreed.
Yeah, I just don't want to
think.
I don't want to use my logic. I don't want to use logic in the NBA that doesn't apply to the logic I use for other sports MVP races. But
I still can't believe you brought up Burrow.
God, why are you bringing him up?
I'm not even talking about it
mad at
anymore.
him for it.
I think I go Jokic. I just think you look at the stats he has in multiple categories. He's leading in multiple other categories, right? Not just averaging.
Not leading, but I mean he's top 3 in. And
Okay, pick.
I think I go.
Gotta pick.
I think I go Jokic, man. He's just 30-point triple-double average.
Yep.
Is nuts.
Yep.
And I
Jokic.
hate it because I don't even like he's a great basketball player. I don't hate him. It's just like I'm tired of giving him the MVP too. I have that voter fatigue, but if I'm being honest with myself, I have to give it to him.
Yeah,
I wish I could give it to SG.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
I want to be mad if you want.
I want SGA to win it.
Yeah.
But I think Jokic deserves it. I think when you look at the most valuable player, Jokic is undoubtedly the most valuable player. And the numbers he's putting up is unheard of. And yeah, I don't want him to win another one because him winning 4 MVPs is weird. I think it's weird. But it's fair. I mean, he's putting up the best numbers. And he's the most valuable player in the league. The numbers without Jokic, the Nuggets would probably be
They'd be nobody.
a bottom 2 team.
They would be nobody
in the league. So, I think that I think you got to give it to Jokic. I mean, I don't know if he will win, but I would give the MVP to Jokic. Although I want it to go to Shea because
he's also been deserving
been
of
great.
it for a couple
Sure.
years.
But
it's not. But yeah.
if I were picking who is the MVP, I would have to pick Jokic. I would just have to. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's just tough. It is really tough because with the numbers that he puts up, it's like no one else is going to win MVP because no one's going to put up those numbers ever. But he just does it every single night. So until he retires, which
How many
might
more
be
years in the
soon.
league does he have? That's because I have
I
a
don't
follow-up
know.
question.
because I don't know how much longer he really wants to play because he doesn't seem super passionate about it. So, I don't know.
Which speaks again to his ability for someone that doesn't seem passionate about it, but yeah, has those kinds of numbers.
Yeah.
That's pretty ridiculous.
So here's a question for you guys. Let's say Jokic were to win 2 more rings. Where would he enter the greatest of all time conversation?
No.
Really?
No.
No, it's just not disagreeing, just a question.
But he would
Just
be
'cause of how,
top
like,
10 for sure.
Well,
Top,
it's just-
top 5.
Just because of how rare of a player he is, I had to ask the question.
Yeah, that's a good
would
question.
Would,
Even if he
would he
wins-
ever enter that? What would he need to do to enter that conversation? That's a question.
He would probably need to win at least 3 more rings.
So 4 total rings.
And he'd have to average what he's averaging now probably for the rest of his career. And then
Really? Not. What if he just did it for the next
if he
next
averaged
2 seasons?
If his
average that 2
be
straight
the
for
greatest
3
of all
total
time,
seasons. If he averaged that for 3 straight seasons and then still played well, I'm not agreeing. I'm not even saying he should. But I'm just like you saying that doesn't even
The
put him
other
in
thing
the.
is Wilt Chamberlain. Look at Wilt Chamberlain's
Okay.
numbers. If you look at his numbers, you're like, okay, how is he not the greatest of all time?
Sure.
And it's
Sure.
like, well, he's just not.
True, but did he win
So-
4 rings? Like if
think he
Jokic
won
were to do that,
1 or
if
2.
I'm just saying if Jokic were to win 4 rings and average these kind of numbers multiple seasons, would he enter that
I
conversation?
think he would be in the conversation, but I don't,
don't
think
think anyone
Right.
would.
I'm not saying he would,
It's
but
like Curry.
I'm not saying
I
he'd
think
win
Curry
it.
could potentially be in the GOAT conversation, but
Yes.
no one would say the greatest of all time is Steph Curry.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, and think about I would say the aside from LeBron and Jordan, the name that I think you got to consider next is Kobe.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I'm saying like a Kobe level of consideration where like you could
No.
make an argument, but we're gonna give it to Jordan or LeBron. That's the kind of thing.
Mm.
I think if you were to win multiple rings and do that, you would have to at least put him in the conversation.
He's probably in the conversation, but he's not going to be the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Right. That's what
Anyway.
I'm talking about.
Okay.
He's not the GOAT.
Let's
I'm not
move
making that.
on. Let's
Yep.
move on. That was good. Good job, guys.
That was good. Good discussion.
Nice.
Our last segment of
Ooh.
Oh boy.
the podcast. I know.
Okay.
Maybe I should have planned more.
No.
segments.
This is good.
It's okay.
This is good. We can finish early.
Do you want to? We can talk more.
No.
Dad looks
Actually,
very
hold
excited
on.
to finish early.
That was sorry. That was there's a back
we
page.
can finish early. We can do
Oh.
it. We can finish early.
Sorry, there's a back page. No, I'm just
Great.
kidding.
5 more segments.
Is also a new segment because I don't think we've done this yet.
What?
It's hot take of the week.
Oh.
I know we've been trying to do this for the past like 3 episodes, but we just
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
been able to.
Hot take of the week. Okay.
And then
I
we
had
have a
one
theme
saved.
about like what the hot take should
Okay.
be. So this hot take of the week is you're going to share your hot take for your desserts.
Ooh.
Oh.
I must have been really hungry when I put this together.
were.
You're all this or that about mashed potatoes and hot takes about desserts.
From this past week or just hot takes?
Just hot take of the week, meaning this is our hot take for this week.
Okay.
But
And
it
it's
could be
favorite dessert.
of hot take about any dessert. You know?
That's
Oh.
tough.
For example, I'll start.
Okay, okay,
I'll start.
okay,
You know
show us,
what?
show
I'll
us.
show you how it's done.
Thank you.
My hot take is that I do not like cake or cupcakes.
Okay.
I don't like it. For birthdays, and you guys know this, for birthdays I would rather have donuts. For
Yeah.
my wedding, actually, we had donuts because I just don't like cake.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of cake.
Yeah.
Don't like cupcakes. I don't know what. I just feel like it's probably just a little too sweet. The icing is just not great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's mid. I think cake is mid.
Mid. You wouldn't get that reference.
No, I
Luke
don't.
Luke
You're
gets
too
the
old.
reference.
I know. Obviously.
Luke gets it. It's a guy dissing Cincinnati, actually.
What do the stegosauruses look like?
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch Jurassic Park.
You'll
Was
see.
it
Yeah,
pretty
you'll
ac-
see Dad in one of the corrals with the
Yeah.
with the
I wrangle one up.
wrangling a triceratops.
They're right in. Hello, fella.
It'd be the
Hello, fella.
Come here.
if you're calling a dinosaur fellow, it'd be awesome.
Come
And then
here,
they have the-
fella.
they have
Just
I used to.
jumps on a
The
brachiosaurus.
dire wolves now.
What?
They brought the dire wolves back. You see that?
Yeah,
No.
some like older species of wolf. They just
Oh,
revived.
really?
It's just a white wolf, I guess.
So, okay, is that
cool.
your hot take?
Yeah, I don't like cake. Cake is gross. Cupcakes are gross. My wife would
I
say the
don't
same thing.
Disagree
Okay.
necessarily.
So I have a hot take.
I think it depends on the cake though.
I can't
Okay.
stand.
Cheesecake.
Since we're going what we can't stand.
We don't. Okay, yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to be what
I know it
could
doesn't have
be.
to be,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
made
could
me
be
think.
something you really like
But
that
made
nobody
me
knows
think
about.
of this. And I'm thinking of this because I was having this conversation with someone recently, and they were kind of like super surprised. Is that I can't stand pecan pie.
I actually don't like any pie.
So you
I'm-
don't. Wow, I don't.
I like some pie. We're
Dad's like,
literally
"You're
about
my
to eat
son?"
key lime pie
No,
later.
I
love
can't
key
stand
lime pie.
pecan pie. Like I just
you don't
like.
the pecans.
No, I can't stand them.
So you
Bro, that's nuts.
I know, literally.
I did that in
So anyway, so I'm not a pecans.
I'm like you.
sound like Gollum from
I
one
know.
of the
Pecans have like to me like this gross aftertaste
Yeah.
after you eat them, and it's just like, and so it's just kind of like gross, and then in a pie it's even worse. So I'm just sorry, I just can't stand
Are you living a
pecan
lie?
pie.
Hmm.
Did you tell somebody
No.
that you did like it?
No,
Does mom know this?
yes,
Are you sure?
yes.
If
I
we
don't
put
like
her-
walnut. I don't like
Mom, mom.
ma. I don't like I don't like walnuts either.
She might come
I don't like
downstairs,
the
actually.
the
That'd be
only
funny. Did she actually?
Just kidding, mom.
You're okay, Mom.
The only
it's for the
like
podcast.
I like peanuts.
I love you.
That's about it. Like I don't like anything with like even brownies with nuts in them. Ugh.
Oh, I'm the same. I don't
Ugh.
like nuts.
Oh,
can't
I know my
stand
hot
it.
take. I know my hot take.
I don't like nuts and
Gross.
desserts.
What?
Oh, we're the same.
Yeah.
I get it from you.
I know
You're
my hot
welcome.
take
We're just
now.
the same.
So anyway, so I don't like pecan pie. I don't like nuts in dessert. Peanuts maybe, but even then. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna combine mine into one. Stop putting things in desserts that shouldn't be in desserts.
Like nuts.
Get your raisins out of my cookies.
Oh.
Stop putting raisins or craisins or dried
Anything.
fruit. I would rather have the actual grape than eat a raisin. I'm not kidding.
Like,
I
it's
would-
true.
Yes, I'd much
okay.
rather have a grape than have a dried grape in a cookie. Stop doing it. I love you
It's so
guys.
deceiving. What are they trying to do to us? It's manipulative.
Stop trying to make me eat
It
healthy
looks
when I'm
like
trying
chocolate
to
chips.
when I'm trying to eat something.
And it's not.
It's not.
It's true.
It's a
You're
lie.
hiding. It's deception.
Okay,
it's
so
against
wow.
the Bible.
Big raisin is
the Bible.
is terrible.
Yeah.
Raisins
So-
are anti-biblical. I'm just calling it.
So we all pick something that we don't like.
No, but I have. Oh man, but I'm gonna go even deeper.
Oh, even deeper than the raisins.
Stop putting peanut butter in everything.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, I love it. I love
Boo.
peanut butter and
Peanut butter
everything.
and everything.
Listen,
The more
this is
peanut
where
butter,
it's
the
a hot
better.
take.
Yeah.
No, you're crazy. This is where it's
You're
a hot
crazy.
take. Peanut butter.
I'm crazy.
Calm.
Even
I'm
for
crazy.
those people who like peanut butter,
What?
you guys sometimes you guys
What
eat
about us?
candy that's
What do you mean?
mostly just peanut butter.
Yes, what's
Yes.
wrong with that?
Reese's cups are just
Ugh.
a spoonful of peanut
Yes.
butter with
What
like
is
3
wrong with
chocolate
that?
chips. It's gross.
You're
It's-
gross.
Peanut butter's meant
You're
to go on
the
sandwiches.
problem. You're the problem.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. Listen, I like PB&J. That is the only thing I like peanut butter on. I don't know why I'm okay with it there, but it's the only thing I like peanut butter on.
Grant.
Anything else I
Grant,
don't
the
like
only
peanut butter.
thing you like to eat is like
Pizza.
cereal.
Oh, dude.
So-
yes.
And then I DoorDash. But you know, I DoorDash from the same 5 places.
So I'm just saying, like,
Listen. Here's what I will say.
I've never liked
If
peanut
it
butter
was
though.
wrong, why does Reese's have a whole brand? It's massive.
Yeah.
If it was wrong,
Why
does
do you
everybody
need so
like
much
it?
help? Why do you need so much help to convince
Why
people
is
to eat
Will
it?
Arnett the spokesperson for Reese's?
Why did you have to get Will Arnett to make people eat Reese's?
Because it's delicious and he has a good voice.
yes,
He's Batman.
He's Batman. That's why
He's Lego Batman. Chill.
he's Batman.
He's my Batman.
Yeah. Anyway,
My
bet.
best
okay.
friend.
So get your fruit out of your cookies.
Stop putting raisins or, for me, peanut butter or things that don't belong in desserts in desserts.
Name other things.
Carrot cake is good though. I like carrot cake.
Oh, gross.
I had
No,
carrot cake.
no.
Fun fact.
I actually
had-
really like carrot
I
cake.
had carrot
That's
cake
okay. That's
For
allowed.
the first, this is probably a bad example. I had carrot cake on a plane coming back to the U.S. from Sweden, and I've never had carrot cake before, and I was like, I'll try it. I was expecting to hate it. I actually didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty
It's
good.
not bad, especially with I've had it with cream cheese frosting. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
very good. We
High
can agree.
five.
High
We're
five.
the same kind of almost.
So
We're the same kind of, almost not really. Yeah. So get your
What?
peanut
Always with
butter.
the phone.
Get your peanut butter. Get your
Dad
raisins.
with the phone.
And take
Always with the phone.
It applies. It
Take
applies.
your peanut
Always
butter,
with
take
the
your raisins,
phone,
and take
man.
the nuts
Okay.
all out of my
so,
desserts.
So I think
No nuts and desserts.
okay.
Stop it.
So I'm sharing this because
But I love
your
you guys who
mom,
do
my
it.
wife, just sent this to me
Uh-oh.
via
I'm so
text.
scared.
goodness.
And I don't know if it has anything to do with our conversation, but colorectal cancer risk reduced by this common vitamin, study suggests. So I thought that this is appropriate since
You
we're
know what-
talking
is
you know
about.
what rectal means?
Yeah. Do you?
Rectum.
Okay, we're just saying words now. All right.
Vitamin
No, that's part of your
D.
butt.
Vitamin D is widely known for boosting bone health, muscle strength, and immune function, but it also has a range of other benefits, including cancer prevention.
Cool.
Vitamin D. So put your vitamin D
Are
in
you
those
like-
cookies
are
and
you-
desserts. Put your vitamin D.
Are you
in
like,
those.
is this an ad? What is this?
No,
Only
I
if
just-
it's in a
Did big
flavorless
vitamin D
powder.
come in contact
Why-
with you?
listen, while we're talking about all these
Are they
things,
holding-
Mom sends me this,
Fine,
and I'm
is
like,
that
this is
fine,
appropriate.
fine.
Is that
But
why
put it-
Aislinn is in
put it-
Florida? She's hostage by big vitamin D?
Put it in an odorless
Oh,
and,
my
and
word.
flavorless powder
Deliver
and
me
ground it
from
up
this,
and then put it in my
please.
dessert. Don't change the texture or flavor
Anyway-
of my dessert by doing
Anyway,
this.
okay. So we know that you don't want raisins and things in your cookies.
Raisins and peanut butter and nuts. Get them out.
Okay.
Stop it.
What do
Yeah.
you think of like?
No,
here's-
what are you doing?
It's
Stop.
We're fine.
No.
Dad really wants to go.
I want to go home.
You are home. This
I'm
is your
so
basement.
done.
I have one question though.
Okay.
Okay.
Because this is kind of a I don't like
What is the
like
meaning of life?
apples in like desserts. Like,
Yeah, me either.
I don't like apple
Nope.
pie. I don't even
Nope.
like apples in like oatmeal.
Yep. I agree.
Oh
I don't
my
like
I
soggy.
agree.
word.
I
You don't
like
like apple
soggy
pie?
apples?
Are you American?
Yes, soggy apples are gross.
Yeah.
Are you American?
They're the scum
Die
of the
hard.
earth.
Bro. What
I'm
in
serious.
the world?
It's
What am I,
not-
an
I
ant
agree.
finding something in
I
the
agree.
rain?
It's
Oh,
not
my
good.
word.
Berries.
I can't believe
like,
this.
Okay, raisins are bad. Soggy apples are bad.
Soggy really.
Berry,
Anything
I do-
but
I like
cereal
berry-
is bad to you, G.
Berry cobbler's good. I like berry cobbler. That's good. That was dramatic.
Sorry, I just threw up in everywhere.
Berry cobbler's not bad. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. But yeah, like I agree. Soggy
actually know if
apples.
I've ever
Who
had
thought?
berry
You know what we should
cobbler.
do with apples that are really crunchy and delicious? Let's just make them soggy and weird.
Let's leave them out in the rain.
Okay.
and put them in
Let's make you
oatmeal.
feel. Hey, you guys like this?
apples and oatmeal's great.
You guys like
It's
this
the
pie?
texture, I think. For
You guys
me.
like this pie? We put cinnamon slugs in it and eat it. It's
Ew,
great. It's
gross.
that's how it feels. That's how it
Too
feels when I eat apple
far.
pie. It's how it
Okay,
feels.
okay, sorry.
He is right though. I don't like soggy apples. I think it's
Clip
texture.
that, guys. Clip that. Luke said I'm right.
It's probably it's probably the texture.
I think if it was crunchy apples, I think I
texture,
would
yeah.
like it. But because it's soggy, I just can't deal with it.
But like apples and caramel, like apples and
yes.
caramel, dip,
Okay.
those are really good. But that's not
okay,
soggy.
you know what I used to do in caramel? I used to-
Oh my word!
when I was
I
a-
don't care anymore.
He doesn't care.
Oh,
Dad's like,
this is
sure,
the.
what? Dad's over here
I'm
like,
tired
We're
of.
having conversation.
I'm tired of you guys talking about soggy apples and raisins and peanut butter in your
It's the only
food.
time we get
This
to
is the
talk, and
worst.
you want to be done with it.
we haven't done an episode in 4 weeks, and we've done this for an hour
We
and
haven't even
24
done it
minutes,
a
and you're
long
already.
time.
Go, please go. What's your question?
I have
not
a
a
theory.
question.
Listen.
I have a theory.
I'm
I have a theory.
52
Dad has
and
to go to the bathroom really bad,
no.
and he's
No,
dying
time
to
is
leave.
ticking. Go.
For what?
My life. Go.
Your life is almost over. Oh, it probably is.
Hey.
Sorry. Anyways,
It's
I used
almost
to,
over.
At your life.
Got-
Anyway.
Yep.
Uh,
So on to our
I-
next segment.
Yeah.
I used to when McDonald's when we get the kids meals and you make me get the apple slices
Yeah.
because
Oh yeah.
I wasn't allowed to get fries
Yeah.
because they were unhealthy.
Yep.
Look at me now.
Exactly.
Unhealthy.
Sorry, Luke.
Yeah.
I needed more.
Oh.
I used to dip the chicken nuggets in the caramel that they gave me.
That's
I
not a bad
remember-
idea.
It was good.
I remember
It's good.
this.
I would
It's weird.
still eat it.
Kids, do this. Try this at home.
Parents do
with
this.
supervision.
No. Get your parents' credit card.
Go buy
McDonald's.
V-Bucks.
Get
Go
yourself
buy
some
V-Bucks.
chicken nuggets and caramel,
Listen,
and have
Parents,
a
tell
party.
your
Life
kids that the
hacks.
sports fan wants you to buy V-Bucks and
Life hacks. Do you want the new Spider-Man skin for Fortnite? Steal your parents' credit card. Life hacks.
life hacks. Your parents have infinite amount of money on their credit card.
Yeah.
Want a house? Steal. Commit identity theft.
Listen, to our younger viewers, don't do anything that we're suggesting right
Life
now.
hack.
If it's not cash, it means it's infinite money. It never runs out.
Life hacks. Need to flee the country? Steal someone's passport.
That's right, here we
Life
go.
hacks.
Okay.
Okay.
Commit tax
Are we
fraud.
done?
Okay.
we can
I'm
be
about ready to
done.
press it.
No. Wait.
What else?
I just wanted to make Dad wait longer.
Okay.
What if I flagged him?
Well, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, everybody. That
Thank
was
you,
a
guys.
fun episode.
Yes,
That was a ton of fun. Guys, it's good to be back.
I hope you enjoyed
It's gonna be
it.
that.
Welcome back to the Sports
M.
F
Podcast.
We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yeah.
See you guys soon.
Have a great week. Enjoy the rest of your life, and we'll see you soon.